Hi, my name is Tara Hamilton. When I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, extraosseous Ewing sarcoma, which happened to be in my left femur. Initially was scheduled for a biopsy that they said it would be about the size of an orange that they would take out. They weren't sure that they could do it without removing my left leg completely. I was doing really well in triathlons at the time, and my mom knew that would break my heart if I could never do it again. So she and my dad begged the doctors and surgeons not to take my leg and just to do the biopsy instead. And there wasn't enough room on the cancer ward at that time. So I was admitted to the ortho ward. And during that entire time, I was still on Sue's ward, which is where we became basically best friends. I ended up going to her wedding, and there were probably 3 or 4 other nurses that I don't think myself or my parents would have been able to get through as much as we did without their support there.
Thanks for sharing your story, Tara. I remember the day that I met you and your family, and you always were smiling. You were just always this bright, happy kid with the best attitude. Do you remember what it was like to spend those 4 years from 8 years old to 12 years old, most of the time at a children's hospital?
So I went to school there. We did father-daughter dances there. It was just my reality. And I think that was part of what helped me get through it as a kid, is I just didn't know any better at that time. When I first got diagnosed, there was about a 10 to 15% survival rate. So my mom later told me that they never really wanted to leave. So I just figured at the time it was like a big vacation where I didn't have to go to school.
I don't remember what kind of chemo you got, but you did say that they tried all kinds of new and different protocols for you, right?
So a lot of my time not only was spent at the hospital, but was also spent giving samples, bone marrow samples, that kind of stuff, to see how each form of treatment, whether it be the radiation or the different types of chemo, would react. And I knew it was always the research phase of it, because afterwards I would always end up getting ice cream from the specific doctor or researcher that was there.
Well, luckily for research, part of which is funded by American Cancer Society, we have success stories like you and like Anthony, and we hope that we can keep making strides through funding through American Cancer Society.